Hi guys, welcome back. A big bag of empty stuff. This video is going to be an empties kind of video. I think I'm going to have to just tip this out right now and decide how I'm going to separate this video up. It's a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff indeed. So yeah, bear with me with this one. I hope it's interesting. I will try not to bore you. Everything's cruelty free in this video. Some things I would repurchase, some things I wouldn't repurchase. I've sorted things into piles. I've decided this video is going to be cruelty free makeup and perfume that I would repurchase. And I'm going to start off with this. This is a regular repurchase. This is the Nancy Beauty Blender? Marvel Blender. This is just a bit old now. Like, I've had this for so long. This one is probably 3 years old. It's still in good nick, but it's just a bit kind of full of product, and I'll try and wash it again, but I have already washed it, and as you can see the product's kind of stuck in it. It's just quite old. It's just time to say goodbye to this. But yes, I love these so much. They're obviously cruelty free, they're non-allergic, odour free, latex free as well, interesting. Cruelty free and vegan as a brand. I love a lot of Nancy stuff, but yes, I would definitely repurchase this, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's my favourite beauty sponge and I talk about it all the time, so that's that one. Some powders that I would repurchase. This one is the Alima Pure Radiant Finishing Powder in the shade Olympia. I think this would be good if you've got oily skin. I don't think this will be that great for you. It is a finishing powder, it's not a setting powder, if you know what I mean. It's not claiming to reduce, I don't think it claims to keep your oils at bay per se. It's just like a nice finishing powder. If you've got normal or dry skin, I think this would be really nice. I just think the finish of this was really good. I would definitely buy this again. I really want to try more from Alima Pure. I've tried their loose eyeshadows as well. I've tried one of their mascaras, and yeah, the packaging is really nice as well. And it's just a lovely brand, and it's a very it's kind of like mineral makeup, that kind of vibe, you know, very pure, very natural. And yeah, I would buy this again. It's quite expensive, but I would get this again. And then the other powder I've got here is by Pixie. This is their colour correcting powder foundation. So this, wow, I completely used this up. This I've had for a while. It's in the shade Cream. It has a mirror on this side, and I would repurchase this, to be honest. I think it's more of a oily person product, whereas this one I think was more of a dry person product. I've got normal skin, by the way, so most things I can make work for me. But this reminded me a lot of the Stay Matte powder by Rimmel. Yeah, they're not cruelty free, but I know a lot of people like their Stay Matte powder, and this was very similar to that. It provided coverage. I used it to set my foundation as opposed to just using this on its own as a foundation. So obviously it provided extra coverage, and I think it was nice. It was a little bit, you know how the Stay Matte powder is just slightly chalky? Not chalky, but I feel like if you've used that powder, you know what I mean. It's not silky. Do you know what I mean? But it's still a nice powder, and yeah, I would buy this again. There's probably other powders I would try first just to kind of test the waters, but if it came to it, I would buy this again. And then the last powder I wanted to mention is actually a colour correcting powder. This is by Lilly Lolo, and it's the shade Peepo. It was a very yellow powder, and I would buy this again, but I did have to mix it with another product because it was very yellow. If I used this just to set underneath my eyes on its own, or if I used it as a mineral kind of under eye corrector foundation. I don't really know what the instructions are for this. I can't really remember if you're supposed to use it with mineral foundation or just on its own. But yeah, it is very yellow. So if you're interested in this, just beware that it is pretty yellow, and if you've got pale skin, it may show up as yellow on your skin. But I still think it was a good product when mixed with other powders. And yes, I wouldn't not buy it again, if you know what I mean. The next thing I've got here is the Pixie Pat Away Concealing Base. It's basically a concealer. I don't have the actual product on me because it's not fully run out, so this is kind of a cheap one. Actually, would I repurchase this? I don't think I would, because it kind of creases, and also it's very expensive for the amount of product you get. I like the applicator and I like the colour match, but it kind of creases under the eye. You know what? It doesn't deserve to be in this video. Sorry mate, but not today. Two base products that do deserve to be in this video, however, are these two. This is the Tropic tinted skin shade. I've talked about it quite a lot. I don't think this would work for you if you've got oily skin. If you don't like greasy products, you may not like this because it doesn't really set on the skin. It's a tinted moisturiser, but it doesn't really set, which I don't mind. I think it's fine on my skin. It's SPF 50, which is why I really like it, and it's also water resistant, so it lasts quite nicely on the skin. It's vegan, obviously cruelty free, and I've got the shade light to medium, and as you can see, I really enjoyed it. I scraped it dry. So yes, I would definitely repurchase this. And the other one, I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video before. Some of these empties I've kept for so long, I can't remember if I've already featured them in empties videos. If I have, I'm really sorry. And I don't know if I said I would repurchase this or not. I think I said, if I did mention this before, I think I said I wouldn't repurchase it because the Body Shop are owned by L'Oreal, but they're not owned by L'Oreal anymore. I didn't say what it was. It's basically a bronzer and it's in the shade Warm Glow. I loved this. It was like a MAC mineralized skin finish kind of product, but even nicer. I think this was a nicer formula. It was a nice baked marble product. I really liked the effect of it, and I thought it looked really pretty on pale skin and also on deeper skin as well. It looks nice as kind of a blush topper, a bronzer topper, even a highlight maybe. The last makeup product which I would repurchase is this, and this has got a hair on it. Why does all my... I swear, every time I film a video, there's a hair on something. There's a hair from somewhere on something, you know? But this is the 100% Pure All Over Glow. This is in the shade Lightly Sunkissed. I think this was the lighter of the two shades. And I really liked this. It was a nice illuminating base. I mean, illuminating bases are quite easy to come by these days, but this was a nice natural option, and I like that it came in a glass bottle. I'm going to reuse this bottle for something else. So yes, I would definitely repurchase this. Probably wouldn't right away, just because 100% Pure is quite hard to get in the UK. You have to order it online, and I usually have to pay customs, so I don't think it's worth the money for me to have to pay customs, if you know what I mean, especially because, like I say, illuminators are quite easy to come by these days. But something that you can get in the UK is Eden Perfumes. Eden Perfumes. These are beautiful, as you can see. I am a big fan. These three scents were 67, 17 and 4. I can't remember exactly what they were dupes for. Basically, if you don't know about this brand, they're based in Brighton. They have a shop there. They also have an online website, and they dupe designer fragrances to be cruelty free and natural and vegan, which is an amazing business idea. I've kept hold of these specifically because I think if you go back with your bottles, you can refill the same bottles instead of having to get a new one, which I think is a great idea. Like if I take the cap off here, you can unscrew it. So I can reuse these bottles for whatever I want, or take them back if I'm in Brighton anytime soon, which I hope I am, because it's a lovely place. I think these are really lovely perfumes. The only thing is, because they are, maybe it's because they're natural, I don't think it's because they're vegan. Oh, I've got another one over there as well, another Eden Perfumes. Wow, I've got, how many of these have I bought? I wonder what scent that is. This is 309. I think this was the Prada one, Prada Candy, which is my favourite perfume of all time. Prada Low Candy, not the original candy. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, these don't last too long on the skin, I have to say. They don't last as long as traditional perfumes on the skin, but they're really nice, and I don't mind reapplying perfume now and then. That's absolutely fine with me. The last product I wanted to mention is also a perfume, and this is the Inspire perfume by Marks and Spencer's. It was quite nice. I enjoyed it, and I would buy it again. I think I got this as a Christmas present from my auntie. But it was a very pretty scent, pleasant scent. I don't know how to describe scents. I'm not a scent connoisseur. A scent connoisseur. But yes, I would repurchase all of those products in a heartbeat. Some of them in a heartbeat, some of them at a push, but I would definitely repurchase them. So yes, that's that. I hope this video was enjoyable. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you've tried any of these products, do let me know. If you have, if you like them, if you didn't like them, talk to me. Just let's have a chat. Let's talk about cruelty-free stuff. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a lovely day, and hopefully I shall catch you in my next video.